Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming to class today. The fact that you're here says a lot about you taking the time to do something for yourself. And so we're going to try and take this time to let go and to really ground our energy. This class is based around grounding our energy. You know, we spend so much of our time being worried and stressed out and with the world as it is, and we tend to, even if we're not worrying, we're dreaming or wishing about things, and so all our energy is always going upward. And so today we want to really think about rooting ourselves down in and grounding ourselves and being at peace in our normal life. And so let's get to it. Everybody feel comfortable. Stand on your mat, and there's blocks next to each of your mats if you would happen to need one. Also, if anybody would happen to need some assistance, I can come around, ask if it's okay, and I'd certainly be glad to help anyone if they feel like that they need a little assistance getting into a pose properly. So what we're going to do is we're just going to breathe naturally, and we're going to stand in mountain pose, Tadasana, and just take a minute, really get your feet to where you feel comfortable. And we're going to raise the arms up, fingers pointing towards the sky, feet grounded. And we're going to take a hold of the left hand with our right hand and just gently bend the body to the left. No need to overextend. We're just warming up our spine. If you can stretch a little further in, make sure you we want to keep our right foot grounded and really feel the stretch coming from the right hand all the way down through, right down to the right foot, and just feel that stretch of the body, just warming up the spine. And come back up. Again, fingers pointed towards the sky, keeping our feet grounded. And we want to grab a hold of our left hand with our right hand. And now we're going to gently bend to the right. And again, no need to overextend. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Just warming up the spine, keeping our left foot grounded. Make sure to breathe naturally. Stretch a little further in if you can. If not, go as far as you feel comfortable. And come back up. And bring arms back down to the sides. And now back up. Hands to prayer. Bring our hands up. Fingers to the ceiling, fingers to the sky, and gently lean back just a little. As far as you feel comfortable, just a gentle back bend. And now let's sweep the arms downward, and we're going to bend forward to a standing forward bend. If you have a block next to you, if you feel comfortable, come all the way to the floor, bring your hands all the way to the floor. If not, you can bring your hands to your block and just get a nice stretch in the back of your hamstrings, back of your legs. Don't really want to lock your knees, but if you can bring your legs straight. If not, it's okay to keep your knees bent to take pressure off of your legs. You want to keep your neck upward, not leaning down too much. And if you can go all the way to the floor, then feel free to go all the way to the floor. And if you push on your block, really get a grounding on your block if you're using your block or if you're using the floor, you notice you can really get an extra stretch out of the back of your hamstrings because your body feels comfortable to let go. And now coming up, bend the knees, hands in prayer. Reaching the hands to the sky, keep the knees bent and reaching to the sky. Chair pose. Remember to breathe naturally. We tend to want to hold our breath if we're holding something that's challenging. And come up and bring the hands down to the sides. Hands out to the sides, palms facing the sky, and hands to prayer. And now what we want to do is, we're going to take our left foot, point it out, and we want to bring our right foot back to a 90-degree angle. And your arms can be comfortable for a minute. Make sure you get your feet situated where you feel comfortable. Keeping your left toe straight ahead and your right foot at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to bring the arms up to the side. And now bending the left knee. And we don't want to overextend. We want to make sure that we can come down as far as you feel comfortable. But not overextending we don't want to overextend our knee past our foot. We want to keep that parallel. We don't want to put extra pressure on the front of our knee. And remember to lift the shoulders. Breathe, standing straight. Just think of all your weight. Your right foot is holding the weight of your torso. The left knee is easy. Not a lot of pressure on the left knee. All the weight of your torso is being held by your right leg. And remember to breathe. And coming back up. And I tend to like to stay to one side. So right now, we're going to, keeping the feet in the same position that they are, we're going to lean over, coming down to an intense side stretch. If you feel, if it's hard for you to come all the way down, some people can come all the way down to the knee. I have tight hamstrings myself. I can come down a little further, but just to show, you can take your block if you wish and use it to help the stretch in your left leg. And also, once again, if you use your right hand to really ground into your block, you can get a little more stretch in that left leg. Or feel free to come all the way down to the ground. And now, we want to bring our hands up, but not all the way. Keep the left hand on your left foot. Bring your right hand up just a little, and we're gonna gently twist and raise our right hand to the sky. Just getting a side twist. want to, you can come up a little further. You could use your block if you feel comfortable holding onto your block. If you want to hold on to your leg, you can come up further if you need to. You can come all the way down. Wherever you feel comfortable. A few more breaths. And back down. Now step to the front of your mat. And I'm just going to turn around so it'll be a little easier for everyone to see. And now we're going to step the right foot, the left foot back in the same angle as we were before. So we want to keep our right foot straight, and we want to take our left foot and have it at a 90-degree angle. And again, once you feel comfortable where your feet are, bring the arms up to the sides. We want to lean back over the right foot, keeping the left foot grounded. Again, don't overextend over the knee. Lift the shoulders. Remember to breathe. If you need to, don't go as far down. You can go down as far as you feel comfortable with. You can come up a little and just get as far down as you can without overextending. And back up. And again, the same, we're going to do an intense side stretch to the right hand side. Again, you're welcome to use a block if you feel comfortable with that. Getting a nice stretch in our right hamstring, the back of the leg. And again, pushing on the block or using your block for support with your left hand, you notice that you can get a better stretch in your right, behind your right leg, and that you really feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Or, if you're comfortable, you can go all the way to the floor. And be careful not to round the back. We want to keep our head up and not be hunching over. And now again, you feel free to use your block with your right hand on your leg or on your block. Lift the left hand off of the floor. And we're going to swing it towards the ceiling. And again, you can keep your right hand on your block. You can hold on to your ankle. Remember to breathe. Want, you can come up even further if that's too far down and you're not comfortable there. Wherever you feel comfortable. This is your time, your practice. Remember to breathe. And coming down. Back up. Step the left foot forward to the front of your mat. And now, stay on the front of your mat. I'm just going to turn this way. So that you can see, go ahead and set yourselves in mountain pose again to the front of your mat. And now what we're going to do is, we're going to sweep the arms back up, fingers to the sky, a gentle back bend, and spill your arms forward, down to the floor. Bring your hands to the floor. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back. And bring your buttocks towards the sky, keeping your hands grounded. If you can get your heels all the way to the ground, that's great. Sometimes you can even take each heel, bring your left foot down to the ground if you want, and let your right knee bend. And then bring your right heel down to the ground, let your left knee bend. Get that extra little stretch. And then come back. Both feet equal. And coming down, bring your knees to the floor. And we want to bring our hands so that we're in tabletop. Back straight. And now we're still just warming up the spine. So we're going to go into what's called cat and cow. And so on your exhalation, hunch the back, breathe out, and then on the inhalation, curving your back, bringing the head to the ceiling, arching your spine, to cow. Breathe out, cat. Breathe in, cow. Breathe out, cat. Breathe in, cow. Let's go one more time. Breathe out, cat. Breathe in, cow. Come back to tabletop. And now just drop back gently onto your buttocks, if you can. Let your buttocks rest against the ankles. If that's too much for your feet, we can use a rolled blanket. There's blankets around. You can place a rolled blanket underneath your feet. If that, also for some extra support, you can place a block. You can place your block that is next to your mat beneath you, and sit on that to take some pressure off of the knees. Just find your center, bring your chest over your hips, your heart over your hips, your head over your heart. Breathing, finding your center, staying grounded. now up onto your knees. While we're on our knees, what we want to do is that we want to bring our left foot forward, like so. And now take your left hand and place it on your left thigh, hip. And we want to just press down gently. Really feel like you want to have everything straight and just a gentle press. And you want to reach over, grab your right arm with your left hand and bring it over your left knee. Hands to prayer. And we're going to twist backwards, keeping your elbow straight towards the wall. If you can twist back that far, no need to overexert or overstretch. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. If you're only comfortable going a little ways, or even just to get your arm to your knee and stay there, and that feels like enough for you, then stay there. If you feel comfortable, turn all the way to the wall. And remember to breathe. And coming back, around, back to your knees. And notice that you can feel the stretch in your back, the difference in one side of your body to the other. You may be able to feel it, but you can feel a difference in your body now from one side, stretching one side compared to your other side. It's a noticeable difference. And let's bring our right foot pointing forward. And we're going to do the same thing. We want to take our right hand, place it on our right hip, pressing down gently, and reach over to the left arm with your left elbow with your right hand, and we're going to bring it over the right leg, and hands to prayer again. The same, don't overexert, but if you can keep your elbow straight to the wall, try to keep your back as straight as you can. No need to over twist. Breathing naturally. Staying grounded. And come back. And back to our knees. And back to lightning pose. And now what we want to do is we're going to lean our bodies forward. If you want to use your block on this, you can as well. And we're going to lean our bodies forward and bring our right hand and our left hand out. Make a little room between your feet. And we just want to come down, bring our heads to the floor, which is child's pose. And we're just getting a nice stretch in our lower back. Make sure that you keep your arms engaged. Even if you bring your head to the floor or to your block, we don't want to let the arms just lay there. We want to keep our arms engaged. And use your arms to press your buttocks towards your heels. If this isn't comfortable, you can place your blanket behind your feet, or if you would like me to, I could come and help you and place your blanket under your feet. It takes a little pressure off of your feet and off of your back. And now let's, staying in that same position, let's swing forward. Bring the head forward. You can move your block back into tabletop. And now let's bring our knees back just a little. And we're going to bring ourselves down to the floor slowly as you can. Whatever feels comfortable. And coming down to the floor, place your hands next to your chest, legs out, lengthen the tailbone, wiggle your spine, really stretch your feet, try to make your feet stretch to the other wall. And now with your hands planted firmly on the mat and staying grounded, we're going to ground our hands and we're going to push into the earth and raise, arch your lower back and raise towards the ceiling. Raise your head towards the ceiling. Keeping your back arched, keeping your feet long. Remember to breathe. Pushing your arms into the earth, grounding. And come back to the floor, release your elbows, dropping your body slowly to the floor. And again, push into the earth. Keep your shoulder blades together, lengthening the spine, lengthening the feet, head to the sky. And back down. Keeping your hands. Just rest for a moment, get yourself grounded. Lengthen through the tailbone, lengthen the feet. It's okay to wiggle your spine a little and really get a nice lengthening to your whole body. And one more time, press into the earth, arching your back. Don't overarch your neck or your back. Just do what's comfortable for you. But really pressing into the earth, really grounding ourselves. And release the elbows. Come down. And now, pressing up one more time, but bring the buttocks back, and we're going back into tabletop. Now, with your hands planted firmly on the floor, place your feet, bend your toes, and place your feet on the ground. We're going to go back into downward dog. So we want to lift our buttocks to the sky. If you need to bend your knees, that's okay. If you can straighten your legs out and bring your ankles to the ground, that's great. If not, if you need to take pressure off of the back of your legs, then bend your knees. Remember to breathe. And now if you can, step your left foot forward. Now right foot forward. And coming up. Bring the body up. Hands in prayer. Keep your knees bent. Arms to the sky. Chair pose. And all the way up. Bring the arms down to the sides. Back into Tadasana or mountain pose. And now, what we're going to do is, from this pose, step to the front of your mat. Swing the arms up towards the sky. Slight back bend. And bring the arms down to the side. Keeping the left foot where it's at, pointing towards the wall. Again, just like we did before, keep it pointing towards the wall. Bring your right foot back to a 90-degree angle. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bend the knee, just like we did before in Warrior. But place your left elbow onto your left knee with your fingers pointed towards the wall and open your body to the right. And now swing the arm to the sky and above your head and over, pointing above your left toe. And again, don't overextend over your knee. No need to overextend. It can cause injury to your knee. You want to keep your arm straight and think of all the weight of your torso is being held by your right foot. Your right foot is holding all the weight of your torso. And the left knee is easy. Keep yourself open as you can, as much as possible. Bring the right arm back to your side. Go ahead and straighten out the legs back up. And step the right foot forward to the front of your mat. And now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So keeping your right foot straight towards the wall, step your left foot back to a 90-degree angle. And get your feet situated where you feel comfortable. And now again, as we did in Warrior, bend your right knee, keeping all the weight of your torso is being held by your left leg. Bring your right elbow to your knee, fingers towards the wall. Opening your chest, keeping our heart open and receptive. And now, with your left arm at your side, swing it up towards the sky and around and over your head and over your right toe and towards the wall, keeping your chest open and lifted. Not overextending over the right knee. The right knee is easy. All the weight of the torso is being held by your left foot, by your back foot. Keep the back foot grounded. Remember to breathe. And bring your arm back to your side, coming up, and stepping your left foot to the front of your mat. And stand in mountain pose or Tadasana. And just take a minute to really get your grounding, really get your feet grounded to the earth, and to get your balance again. Make sure your hips are over your feet, your chest is over your hips, head over the heart, shoulders back, feeling grounded. Swing the arms up above your head, pointing to the sky. Slight back bend. No need to overextend. Go as far as you wish. And spilling your arms forward. Standing forward bend. We're half standing forward bend, so again, if it's tough, you can use your block. And pressing on the block really gets a nice stretch in the back of the hamstrings. Keeping your head lifted, trying not to hunch your back, trying not to arch your back or hunch your back. If you need to bend the knees a little to take pressure off, that's okay. Just breathing, grounding our feet, grounding our hands. And placing the hands to the floor. Step the left foot back. Right foot back. Bring the buttocks down, but straight into plank pose. And if it's a little tough to hold this position, it's okay. Drop your knees to the ground if you need to. If not, hold your body straight. Remember to breathe. Keep the head up. Bring your knees down to the ground. Meaning bring your buttocks back. Again, to child's pose. Feel free to put your block under your head if you need to. Keeping your arms engaged. Try to get your buttocks as close to your heels as you can. Coming up, again, the tabletop. Move your block if it was there, and just fall back onto your butt. We're going to come back on our mat with our legs out in front of us. Into Dadasana, or staff pose. Now, if you can, lower your body to the ground. If you need to use a block under your neck, and bringing the arms out to the side. Sort of like we're in a T. Just bring your arms out to the side, fingers pointing towards knees back. Bring your knees back to your chest and feet to the ground. Now shift your right hips to the right a few inches and keeping your legs together, let your left knee drop towards the ground, towards the left side. And if you can't keep your knees together, or it's too much of a twist, just go as far as you can. Pressing the left arm into the ground. And if you can, press the left arm into the ground and turn your head to the right. Really looking over the right shoulder, pressing the left arm into the ground, getting a nice stretch across our torso, and bring the knees back. Center your body. We're going to do the same thing to the right side, so shift your hips to the left a few inches and let your right knee drop to the ground, left knee following. Pressing the right arm into the ground, taking our head and looking over the left shoulder. Pressing the right arm into the ground really helps get the twist and really ground yourself to the earth, and really helps to give you that extra little bit of twist that you need. Breathing naturally. And bring your feet back. Bring your knees back up. Center your body. Now bring the knees to the chest. Grab a hold of the knees with if you can, clasp your right and left hands together over your knees. And bring the knees into the chest as far as you possibly can. Bringing the head up. Trying not to overarch your back. Try to keep the back straight. Head lifted. Neck straight. Keeping your neck easy. And if you can, squeeze your knees with your arms and bring your knees to your chest as much as possible. Now letting loose of the hands, bring your legs straight up into the air. You can hold on to the back of your legs if you need to. And lowering our heels to the ground slowly. Bringing our legs back up. Keep your legs straight. If you need to, you can bend your knees, but go ahead and bring your feet back up towards the sky. And bring your feet back down. This time you can touch the ground, but bring your feet back. Once you get there, bring your feet back up a few inches. And we're going to do the same thing that we just did, but this time keep the back where it's at, and we're just going to lower our knees to the left, 2 inches off the floor. And pressing the Left arm into the ground, looking over our right shoulder, extending with the right arm. Remember to breathe. And bring the knees back to center. If you need to, use your hands to bring them back. And now, let's lower our right knee, left knee following, 2 inches from the floor. Again, pressing the right arm into the ground, looking over our left shoulder, really getting a nice stretch. Extending the left arm. And bring the knees back to center. And now bring your legs straight back up. And drop the heels to the ground. Time. Bring the feet to the sky, keeping your legs together. If you need to bend your knees to take pressure off of your knees. And lowering, keeping our legs straight, heels flexed, lower to the left. With the arms on the ground, still pressing your left arm into the ground, same as we were doing before. Try to look over your right shoulder, knees extended 2 inches from the floor. And back to center. And now, legs up. Bring them to the right, 2 inches from the floor. And back to center. And dropping your feet to the ground. And now we're going to raise ourselves up, grabbing a hold of the knees if you need to rock forward, and back up to staff pose. And now what we want to do is just swing yourselves back into tabletop, swing around. Pressing the hands into the floor and lifting the buttocks. Press your feet into the ground, back to down dog. And this time, step your right foot forward, left foot following. Bending the knees, hands in prayer. Come up, keeping the knees bent. Bring the hands to the sky. Back to chair pose. Remember to breathe. And all the way up. Back to mountain pose. Arms drop to the side. Now, if you have a block, you probably will need a block on this one. place your block about 12 inches in front of your feet, approximately. So we're about where it feels comfortable for you to be able to lean forward and place your hand on the block. And so now, keeping the left foot grounded, we're going to keep our left hand grounded to the block, keeping our backs as straight as we can. Let's raise your right foot back to the sky. And now, twisting your body towards the sky. Keep your neck straight. Flexing your heel. Great. And bring your foot back down. Bring your right foot back down. All right. Now, we're going to go to the other side. Place your block. If you don't mind, we'll place the block on the right-hand side. And placing your right hand to bending forward and placing your right hand onto the block. Keeping your right foot grounded. We want to go ahead and now bring our left foot towards the sky. Bring our right heel towards the ceiling. Great. You don't mind me helping it?
No.
Okay. And now opening the body up. Bring your arm towards the sky. Don't overextend your leg. Great. Remember to breathe. Feel comfortable. Keep your torso tight. And now bring your left foot down to the ground. And back up. And now we're going to reach our hands above our heads. Reaching for the sky. And bring your arms down to your sides. Now, we shouldn't need our blocks for this one. Get yourself centered in mountain pose. And now, we want to raise our right foot backwards, bringing your heel to the sky, and grabbing a hold of our right foot with our right hand. Ground your left foot into the ground, raising your left arm up. And now we're just going to lean forward. Go as far as you can. You don't have to overextend. And we're going to keep bringing our right heel to the sky, holding on to perfect. Great. And come down. In this pose, and when we go to the other side, if you have a hold of your right, it helps to pick a spot and focus your eyes on that spot to stay in balance. And so we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to bring our arms above, reaching to the sky, and bring our hands down to our sides. Bring the hands up to the side, to the chest. And now, feeling grounded, we're going to ground our right leg into the ground. Lift the heel. Grab a hold of our left foot with our left hand. Raising the right hand to the sky. Looking a few feet in front of you. And we want to just tilt forward. King dancer. We're going to breathe. It's okay. Just go as far as you can do and hold as long as you can. You don't have to get, you can just bring your body just a little forward, whatever you feel comfortable with. And back down to the floor. Into mountain pose. And now one more time, sweeping arms up into the sky. Reaching for the sky, slight back bend. And spilling forward. Bend the knees. All the way down. Come down to your mat. Lightning pose. Breathe. Feel yourself centered. Feel yourself grounded. Using your block if you need to. And now coming forward again to child's pose, bringing your hands out. You can bring your block down if you want to rest your head, stretching. Some room between your feet if you need to, whatever you need to do to make yourself comfortable in the pose. Keep your arms engaged. Breathing, bringing your buttocks back. Engaging your arms to help them push your buttocks back towards your feet. The neck, keep the neck easy. And come up to tabletop. Roll back onto your butt. Feet out in front of you again. The staff pose. And now lowering back. you need a block under your head to feel comfortable. And now we're going to go into corpse pose. But first, let's flex your heels towards the wall, keeping the legs together. Raise both of your feet to the ceiling one more time. You can bend your legs if you need to. And bring your knees, bend your knees and bring your feet to the floor. Placing your feet together. Let your knees drop out to your sides. Into cobbler's pose. And this helps restore your spinal curve. Just get comfortable. Stretch. Let your knees fall out to the sides as much as you can, keeping your feet together. And now one leg at a time. Bring your right leg. Just think of roots growing from your right leg down into the ground. Just roots growing down into the earth. Grounding your right leg. Bring your left leg now the same way, roots growing down into the ground. Just grounding your legs to the earth. Bring your shoulder blades together. If you need to wiggle on the floor to get your shoulder blades back, or open your chest so the heart is open and receptive. Let your arms drop open to your sides. Muscles in your face relax. Let your jaw drop open. Notice the quality of your tongue. Just let your tongue be loose. Just fall back. Relax. Give yourself to the earth. Feel the earth supporting you and grounding you. You're grounded now. No need to hold on. The earth is supporting you. You're totally supported by the earth. Just letting go. Thinking to yourself, I am safe. I am taken care of. I am right where I need to be. I'm totally supported by the universe. Just giving yourself to the earth. Follow your breath. Notice at the beginning of your breath, the inhalation, and the slight pause, and then the exhalation, the emptiness. Just following your breath, paying attention to your breath. Totally relaxing. I am safe. I'm provided for. I'm taken care of. The universe has me in the palm of its hand. I'm right where I need to be. Just letting go. Totally supported by the earth. Following your breath. The inhalation and the pause. The exhalation and the emptiness. Paying attention to your breath, following your breath. No need to hold on to any tension. Notice your breath. The sweet inhalation. It's a sweet breath. I am safe. I am provided for. I am right where I need to be. times.